I'm Silau. So our topic for today is all about 5 simple steps to valuing your small business using the multiple methods. So step 1. Forget about capital assets when valuing your business unless you're a qualified, chartered accountant or a financial wizard. You may have made the common mistakes of associating assets valuing with the business value. So, while all about informations may be correct, it isn't. What is meant by business valuations is not what your business is worth. It's how much cash with you tied up in your business. A buyer isn't interested in how much money they can make it if they sell your office block. They're interested in how much money they can earn through the business, the products and services produced there. So, ang halaga po ng negosyo ay ito po ay tumutukoy sa halaga ng binibigay ng negosyo sa may-ari. So, samantalang yung may-ari is siya naman po yung magbibigay ng halaga sa tumutukoy sa halaga ng kasangkapan na mayroong mga negosyo. So dun sa while all of the above informations may be correct. So ang pagtataas po ng isang negosyo ay tumutukoy ito sa proseso ng pagtataas ng halaga ng isang negosyo. So ito ay naglalayong magbigay ng isang objektibo o may makakatawiran na pagtataasa ng halaga ng isang negosyo sa isang particular na panahon. So, step 2. Work out profitability with being aware of gross income and outgoing payments. So, evaluations of your company is all about the money you are making and the money you are likely to make in the future. So buyer want to know how much that they can impact to make if they take over your company. So sa workout probability, evaluating a company involves assessing its current and future financial performance to determine its worth or potential buyers the evaluations. The force is on the income generated by the business and the expenses. It's ensuring the owner's salary, which is typically considered support of the operating costs. So, with gross income and outgoing payment, your own salary is included in the however. We were talking about every cent you earn from the business, just your base operating wage. So, with gross income and outgoing payments, so when determining the value of a company, the buyer is interested in understanding the probability of the business and potential return to investments. This involved analyzing the gross income, which is the total revenue generated by the company, deductive expenses, and outgoing payment, which include operating costs of the salary of utilities and the other expenses. So next is we also need to consider 2 more important aspects for valuing your company. So first is multiples. Multiples are longevity meters. You don't expect your company to go out of business in a year. It is the work selling, so how long it is likely to keep going and earning with investors for new owners' money. In the small business, where the multiples range from 2 to 10, the numbers depend entirely of the risk factors involved in the size of the business. Larger corporations with solid foundations and longevity method is the decades, centuries are likely to achieve high multiplier. So, but for your information, variety, small and medium enterprises are multiple is reasonable for your company. So multiple is ang mga multiple ay sukatan ng haba o tagal ng isang kumpanya. Hindi mo to maisahan at masasara agad ang kumpanya mo pagtapos mo ito ibenta. So kaya gaano katagal ito is posibleng magpapatuloy at kumita pa rin para sa mga investors na bagong may-ari na maliit na mundo ng negosyo. Ang multiple ay umaabot mula sa 2 hanggang 10. So, profitability adjustments. A company is unlikely to generate the exact same profit year after year. When valuing your business, you must determining the amount of growth of profit loss you can expect over your applied multiples. To do this, you need to examine historical financial data of your company. If you have your market expected in your competitors properties. So profitability adjustment. So, ang isang kumpanya ay isang nagkakaroon ng pare-parehong kita taon-taon. Sa pagtataya ng halaga ng iyong negosyo ay mahalaga at matutukoy mo kung gaano kadami kadami ng paglago o paglugi sa kita na maaari mong isahan sa iba't ibang mga taon na supply niyong in-applyan na multiple. Next, step 3, calculate the value. So this is the step that everyone's the actual mathematics required to calculate the value of your small business. So the process of calculating the value of a small business involves a series of mathematical calculations that including for many purposes. Bookkeeping essentials to streamline this process, ensuring that the necessary financial data is readily available for valuations process. So it should take long for do proper bookkeeping, but if you're not in the middle of liquidating capital assets, you're getting ready to exist. Step 4. So, step 4, factors in your market valuation. So, your valuations is a guide. You created the valuations you can present to investors and buyers, provide them with a reasonable and respectable answer to the questions of what is your business worth. But that doesn't mean your business is actually worth the value you put it on the end. Your business is worth what the market is worth. Market value is often a very accurate way to estimate value at series of actions of the assessments of all parties and all informations available is explained. So step 4, samantalang ang pagtataya ng iyong nakuha ng isang mahalaga na gabay o presenta sa mga investors, potential na namimili, mahalaga itong maunawaan na ang halaga ay itinakda sa inyong negosyo sa pamamagitan ng proseso. Ito ay maaaring hindi esektong tinutukoy sa tunay na halaga nito. Sa huli, ang tunay na halaga ng isang negosyo ay nakasalalay sa anumang sinasabi ng merkado. So, ang halaga ng merkado is tulad ng ipinapaliwanag ni Shed ay isang pangunahing salik na pagtiyaga na tunay na hakbang sa isang negosyo ay isang kinakatwiran o kolektibong pagsusuri ng lahat ng mga partido na sangkot sa merkado na nagmamalasakit sa iba't ibang mga salik at impormasyon ng mga gamit. Ang halaga ng merkado ay isang dinamikong at responsableng indikasyon. Tumutukoy sa kasalukuyang kalagayan ng ekonomiya ng tiyan sa industriya, kalahangad ng pagkalakdan ng damdamin, itinakpok ng mga mamimili. So, step 5. Accept that will of the market. Briefly elaborate on what you want to do. Discuss your main need to compromise of your requires if your market doesn't support them. If you need investments to survive, or you can wait to see when you cannot afford to be stubborn with your numbers. A business is only worth what the market demands. If your industry has fallen on hard times due to the coronavirus, for example, you may value your business at much higher valuations than market worth. Said Chorus, things like timing and the greater need to be your business within the marketplace they manage when your brand might to be with the lot of money or your accounting records may show your worth more. Business is always about leverage. Your don't often get reserve, you get what you want. Negotiating. So step 5, it is the crucials to be flexible with your valuations figures, willing to adjustment them based on your market condition. If your business require investment to survive, or if you are in a time of sensitive situations when you need to sell, it is essential not to be rigid with your numbers. So as noted of Charles, the value of business is estimated determined but what the market is willing today. Challenging times such during a coronavirus pandemic, the market may not align with your valuations you have set for your business. With your brand may be perceived as a valuable of your financial records may indicate higher with the market conditions and negotiating leverage. You have a crucial factors so considered. Business valuations of a dynamic process that requires adaptability and strategic decision making to align with the market realities. So,